Welcome back to Tommy Bites TV. How are you guys doing today? So, just wanted to do a quick video. I'm going to go ahead and share. Before I do, please hit the like as you enter, and definitely feel free to share out any of my videos, especially this one, and help the channel grow and get out to more people so more people will know about the news that hopefully they can use. So I'm kind of doing an update on what's going on with these storms that been happening, y'all. Things are getting worse with each storm. Each storm seems to be worse. And a lot of people are throwing around cloud seeding and things of that nature. If you don't know what cloud seeding is, it's when they manipulate the situation to supposedly help out areas with drought to create more rain or more snow. Hey, how are you, Kyra? Hey, Josiah. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. How are you today? So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen because I can't be on here long. Hey, Lydia. How are you? Welcome in. So here's a clip of some of the damage.
Cars crushed, homes caved in, businesses crumbled after a wave of vicious and deadly storms tore through Louisiana and Texas.
I'm normally sitting right there.
Kathleen Cox, who's battling cancer, was home when this tree came crashing in.
I can't say that I'm perfect, but I'm okay.
More than 100-mile-per-hour winds pounded Houston. People seen here sheltering in a Costco and running for cover as rain poured into Minute Maid Park during the Astros game.
In downtown Houston, the ground is still covered with glass, just a fraction of what fell as the storm busted out windows in skyscrapers like this.
Officials say at least 4 people were killed, all by falling objects.
Horrible accident with a family. Tree fell, went right through the driver's compartment with children in the back.
The torrential rain fueling dangerous floodwaters just north of the city as golf ball size hail pummeled parts of West Texas.
So it's saying that 7 people died in Houston and the surrounding counties after severe weather ripped down power lines and trees and toppled brick walls. 3 of the deaths occurred in an incorporated Harris County. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez said, and 4 were in Houston. According to officials, nearly 550,000 homes and businesses remain without electricity in Texas early Saturday, down from the peak of nearly 1 million, but still significant issues as the National Weather Service warned of temperatures soaring into the 90s this weekend. So they're saying don't overdo it while you're out there doing the cleanup process. And of course, if you have water, drink as much water as you possibly can. Let's see, there's much to clean up. They're saying there was an EF1 tornado with 110 miles per hour winds in Cypress, and Houston saw straight line winds that peaked at 100 miles per hour, the National Weather Service said. This kind of wind is something we have not seen in Harris County since Hurricane Alicia back in 1983. Hurricane Alicia was a small hurricane, but was a Category 3 when it made landfall near San Luis Pass on August 18th, 1983. It killed 21 people, according to the Weather Service. The total damage from it and its effects totaled more than $3 billion with the B dollars. The 3 deaths in the incorporated Harris County announced Friday included a man who collapsed while trying to move a downed power pole, a woman who was found dead in a trailer after lightning hit it and caused the fire, and a man who was found dead after going to his truck to plug in an oxygen tank after the power went out. And these are the things that I'm saying we need to be trying to prepare for now. I'm saddened that all of that happened, especially, all of it, but seeing that he went out because he needed his oxygen tank plugged up, we have to find a way to save up enough money to get some kind of backup power. even if you can't afford those huge gas powered generators, a small solar generator would have helped in that situation as well. It says 2 of the 4 people who died in Houston were killed by falling trees. A third died when a crane blew over, and the circumstances of the fourth were not detailed at the briefing. Houston mayor said that the city experienced an exceptionally strong storm Thursday evening. Both he and Hidalgo signed disaster declarations in the wake of the storms. The declarations allow additional authority and aid. Houstonians stay at home tonight. The recovery will go through to tomorrow, says the governor. He compared the winds to hurricane like that struck in 2008 and said there was considerable damage downtown. CenterPoint Energy said that in a statement, that outages from the storm peaked at around 922,000 homes and businesses. Restoration in the hardest hit areas could take days, the utility said. And that's hard when you are, especially if you're in a mobile home. I was in a mobile home back when Matthew hit in South Carolina, and the floods came through. That 100-year flood came through, and oh my goodness, roadways were, you had to be rerouted left and right. You didn't have power. You have all this heat. And at that time, I was not a person who was doing a lot of stocking up and things like that. So I had to go out and find ice, put in a cooler, etc. Meals that we can eat without having to use power. We had to go to the fire department. It was a small town, so we had to go to the fire department, get water. They were only giving out like 2, maybe 40 bottles of water or whatever. So if you have the money and the finances to do it, or can set some money aside each month and start stocking up a little bit at a time, it all adds up, and it definitely does help. It's just that there are nearly 550,000 customers without power in Houston as of around 2 a.m. Saturday, according to the poweroutage.us, and nearly 600,000 without power across the South. That includes outages in Louisiana, Florida, and North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina, but we got storms, but we didn't get anything so severe. Windows were blown out in buildings in downtown Houston. Tree crashed onto homes, and winds ripped away parts of houses in other parts of the city. A roof over gas station pumps was thrown to the ground, taking the supports with it. That's how strong those winds were. Kathleen Cox was in her home folding clothes and knew the storm was coming through. She doesn't hear very well, but thought she heard something and went to investigate. She says, I just saw the trees in the house, pointing to the tree still leaning into her home on Friday. Oh dear, I don't need anything else in my life right now, is what she said. It wasn't like this during any of the hurricanes that she had been through before. She says, trees were down, but never completely uprooted like that. So that is what is happening. I want to do an update on all that's going on in Houston, Louisiana, etc. I had something else. There's a recall. Hold on. There is a recall. Let me share my screen. I have to go feed the dog. So there's a recall that's happening right now. Nearly 900,000 popular immune support tea bags recalled due to possible pesticide contamination. This is the Echinacea immune support that has been recalled. If you have that, don't use it. Hold on for a second. Let's see what it's saying. It says nearly 900 tea bags from the organic tea brand Yogi are being recalled due to a detectable amount of pesticides in the product. That's according to an enforcement report posted on the U.S. Food and Drug Administration website. The pesticides were discovered during routine audit procedures. Yogi said that in a statement on Friday. So this recall happened on Friday, yesterday. While Yogi does not use pesticides, buying only the organic specifications that do not allow conventional pesticide use, we exist within a complex supply chain network where not everyone values organic practices in the same way that we do. For example, if a neighboring farm is applying pesticides or chemical fertilizers, those applications may drift onto the farmer's organic land. This is a class 3 recall, meaning that using the product is not likely to cause adverse health consequences, according to the FDA. Yogi also said the amount of pesticides found in the tea posed no risk of harm or illnesses. The Echinacea immune support tea bags are sold in stores across the country and were first recalled in March by parent company East West Tea. A full list of affected lot numbers is available in the report on the FDA's list. Yogi said it is working with the stores to remove the affected boxes of tea from the shelves and following FDA guidelines. In addition, we are working with all ingredient vendors to ensure full compliance with our supplier expectations and testing requirements. We also have engaged new partners to add additional testing capabilities across all of their products. Consumers who have the affected product can return them to the stores for a full refund. Now, they didn't put the product number in here. You would have to go to the FDA website and look up recalls and get the actual number, because I didn't see the lot number in here. And if I knew that, I would have gotten the lot number before I came on. But this is what's being recalled right now. Hey, ARG. Hey, Deborah. What do we do when an emergency? FEMA can confiscate the food we have gotten to prep. That is unlikely to happen. Doesn't mean it won't happen or it can't happen, but that's an unlikely situation. I think that would be if they ran out of their own stockpile that they have. And trust and believe, they are stockpiling a lot. So I suggest you stockpile as well, because the possibility of that happening in an extended emergency situation, anything's possible. Hey, JR, how are you? My husband outside trying to fix the lawnmower still. Hey, Happy Mac, how are you? Hey, Revo, how are you? Hey, Cooking with Pam. So I just wanted to come on and update you guys with the storm. If you know anybody in that area, even if you don't, send prayers out to those families who have lost family members, friends, whatever, and that they get their power back on, because the struggle is real. That's Texas, is hot, and you got to think about the elderly and the babies, especially. So I'm going to get off. I have another video that's coming out. I'm just like, the video before this one was showing you some of the preps I got when a Walmart store closed up. That was a store that closed up a couple of years ago, but I wanted to just show that for like the new people that's on the channel who haven't seen that. Just ideas and tips of things that you can get, especially with all these stores closing up. Yes, sure, grab food if you can, but I guarantee you it'll be more people with the food than it will be over in the camping supplies, etc. So if you know you don't have your first aid stuff, your medications, even bug spray and stuff like that, especially this time of the year, you want to have it. And things that people don't think about, like raincoats, because if you're having to go outside in an emergency, you want to be as dry as possible, your feet and your body. So That's why we went, when they closed, we went to, the first place was the camping area. We kind of split up. One of us went over to the food section, really wasn't much to get. And then the other person went over to the camping supplies. And then we joined up together and then started putting stuff in the car. So it's sad when you see stores close, but the benefit is you can get some things for 50 to 75% off. And especially with how things are costing right now, go ahead and take advantage of that. You know, feel bad for the people that's losing their jobs, but go ahead and take advantage of the fact that that store is closing. That store has items in there that you know you need on that particular day. That was a day that my husband definitely did not throw anything in the cart that we didn't need. Y'all know he good for doing that. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care, stay safe, love your loved ones even harder, hug on them, kiss on them, tell them you love them, because you never know when they step out that door if they're going to return back home in the same condition that they left or at all. So y'all take care, and I'll call you.